So I'm back again, collective. I am taking a walk in nature, you know, letting my ancestors lead me through this and my ascended masters. I'm going to go back to where I left off at as far as in the exposure inside of the family, who is a part of a dark occult. I had presented myself to my parents back in 2000 and 15 about what I had felt internally and my concerns about my father and his whereabouts, his sexuality going on in the church with the boys. And the question that I asked my mom was pertaining to why did they run in the middle of the night? They drove nonstop from Tulsa, Oklahoma, up to Philadelphia after a horrific incident that could have been the end of my father's life at that time. He had gotten shot in his hand due to the fact of someone's parent had found out in the church that he was screwing their sons and nephews and grandsons and things like that and touching on the boys, and they had got upset and came to our house. Now mind you, I was 2 years old, but this is the story that my mom and dad told me. Now if you don't believe me, it is in the newspaper. It's a real case, and in this case it was the same incident with my father being accused of doing immoral things to same-sex individuals in his church or in the community, okay? And it didn't make sense to me when I had confronted my mother about, if you were innocent, why would you run? You know, if you're a man of God, you're spiritual, as you say you are, you're running when someone shoots you in your hand of a false accusation in the front of your house, and yet your storyline is, we left in the middle of the night, we didn't stop nowhere, we drove until we got to Philadelphia. Now everybody knows if you're driving from Tulsa, Oklahoma, that's 18,000 miles from Philadelphia to Oklahoma, vice versa, and that requires you stopping to get gas. I mean, that's like a 2-day drive. And they made it happen. But the story did not add up. And I had, remember me asking the divine a long time ago, I said, you know what, like, I'm tired of my family lying to me, because I've talked to so many people in my family about what was really going on, and everybody was so eager to tell me about what my dad contributed, but they weren't willing to step forward, which already gave me confirmation within myself intellectually, me letting me know that they were hiding, okay? They wanted to push it all off on me, because I was always looked at as the black sheep. And I'm happy that I was being labeled as the black sheep, because I'm not trying to be in the same crowd as everybody else. My moves and everything that I do is not the same. I'm not even cut from the same cloth. And I got the clarity from the divine that I was removed from this family because of them constantly being the way that they are, dark, selfish, controlling, manipulative, all about material and money. And I remember when I had talked to my mother when she was at my house, and the divine was working with me, and he was telling me I was being led, okay? I'm a genuine loving person. I give equally as long as you give it back. But this whole time of my mom staying with me, since December the 3rd of last year, because her house was on fire, she was trying to manipulate me spiritually by using mixed words in her speech. And at first it did try to work. It was working until after the divine had told me to pull back from my mother and cipher her energy and ask for clarity onto what deception was she trying to do, because what I picked up from her energy was that she was being very manipulative and she was using wordplay to throw confusion at me so that I will not know what she was doing. My mother stole my social security card. She stole my state ID. She stole my my debit card. She stole vital information that you need for your everyday programming in order for you to take care of business, okay? But what she didn't know is that I already knew that she was up to no good, because he was letting me know when I would step out and go by the water, or I would go to the park, or just sit outside and ground myself while I chose to heal while she was with me. Certain things was hidden from me to keep from self-sabotaging. So I learned that lesson. I took a step back and I accepted what the divine was doing for me, even though I was confused. I did not know. I just was being obedient. Now, through this obedience of me submitting myself to the divine, just letting him lead me and having my ascended masters and ancestors and my grandma Jones, I love her dearly. She is with me, and she was working to give the exposure to me that her son was doing behind my back, and my mother as well as the entire family. Now, in this, I was given visions and dreams, and each person was labeled off. Now, mind you, all of this was being done collective to block me from being happy, because my mother and father, like I said before in the previous video, they wanted me to be at arm's reach at all times. They wanted me to be like their servant, their personal servant. They wanted me to be a beggar. They wanted me to come to them for, help. And which was odd to me, because my parents never helped me with anything. My wedding was even trash. It was half-ass everything. They had this thing, my dad had this mental manipulation going on in front of me, and my mom too, about they would portray as if they didn't like certain individuals, but then when my back was turned, they were working with these individuals against me. Okay? I already knew that. Now, another thing that my mom was doing out of jealousy was that she was trying to block my twin flame union. I am a real twin flame, and I mean, it's just a name to me. It's a very hard, strenuous journey to be on. But the twin flame journey is also known for building oneself up to be the best that you could possibly be, all the way around. A good mother, good father, a good person, a good business mogul, CEO. You can own properties, you own lands, you own businesses, forefronts. You're just a well-rounded individual, because you're destined for abundance. And what they don't understand is what is for you, and nobody can do that. They can put delays up, they can put blocks up all they want. It'll never stick, because it's not yours and you didn't do the work. So therefore, what makes you think that if I did the work, you can come off of my come up? But see, I've never been the type of individual to be wrapped around material gain or money. Yes, it is an aspect of a thing that you need in order for you to survive on this world. But I have nothing but the divine. I have no one behind me, okay, other than my spiritual team and the divine. And that's fine, because he won't lie to me, and everything he says to me is never void. It will never come back empty. My belief and my faith has enhanced immensely. And that's what they don't understand. So I knew I was informed by the divine that I was being given a trust fund from a family member that passed away. And my mother knew about it and she kept it from me on purpose because she wants me to leave so that she can make up something about me that is false, about me having a death or some she's staging stuff. They're trying to cut me out of the will. I had another relative that passed just recently that left a trust fund and a will, estates to me, anything that you could think of that could keep me set straight. You feel me? And my parents decided that and it was mainly my mother, she was the one who was orchestrating the phone calls and getting third and fourth and fifth and sixth and seventh parties involved. And she was splitting my assets up with the family members as if it was hers. And it was never hers. They also have forged my signature on documents. I'm definitely pressing charges about that to the highest what I can do. Point blank, period. There is no mercy on that. I mean, the divine already let me know that they really didn't have any love for me in the first place for them to even remotely agree to, working death spells on me to keep their secrets hidden because they don't want to be exposed. When you were given an opportunity to make change, it could have been discussed and worked out and you would have not been illuminated, but I would have known what you've done and forgiven you and released it, and left that judgment up to the divine as if that's what we are supposed to do. But since you wanted to play me in my face as if I'm a fool because you took my kindness for weakness, I'm going to show you how strong I am. So, the three omens that I had got from the divine about my father was a movie that I was looking at called I'll See You When I Get There. That was the song that came on. And the first omen was a movie that I saw called Dead Man. The third omen was when I was in the living room watching TV. I just got finished straightening up and I had prayed and meditated because I do it every day. No, I don't like doing it, but I mean, I do it. Don't judge me. In that meditational state, I had received the clarity that, when I had got up from the chair, I was on my way to the trash can in the kitchen to throw the trash in there, and I kicked my cup over. And when I kicked my cup over, I had the cup in between my legs to where I couldn't kick it over, but somehow it did kick over. So there will be a death, and I already know who the death is. It's my father. I am going to... I'm looking for it. I have all my notes and everything here. I'm taking my time because I don't rush through things. Oh yeah, and another thing, collective. They also was trying to block my connection with my twin because out of jealousy, she did not want me to receive real, genuine love. She wanted me to be stuck in a karmic cycle with my kid's father, and that's not going to happen. I'm still moving forward, and I know my ancestors is working with that with me. Now, the person that my parents is third partying, attaching themselves to, is a person that I thought that was a friend of mine who was a false flame. He is a karmic, and his name is Roger Alexander McNeil. He has childhood trauma. He does not want to heal. He does not want to do the work. He is very manipulative. He operates in a low vibration. He respects my parents because they are dark and evil. And he is also a person that my father has slept with in transactions for money to do bodily harm to me and to also work death spells on me, hindering me, and to put blocks up from me coming in a union with my twin. But there was betrayal in me and my twin's family due to my family and his family working together. Okay. And now I'm going to go to my aunt that my mom had told in Oklahoma to travel to a practitioner to work this death spell on me. I'm going to read it. It says, I have and crazy aunt has paid a witch doctor overseas to put a hex on me for money. Greed. She went to the wrong witch doctor. This doctor is not what my aunt thinks. The witch doctor practitioner that she went to was informed by my ancestors and ascended masters to not work the spell on me, but do it on her. This practitioner took the time to look me up on her table and see that she was being lied to and manipulated by my aunt, who told her, or it could be my sister, it doesn't matter. Someone in my family went and lied and tried to get me a hex put on me. And she wanted me to be sick. And by the divine stepping in, he told this practitioner that this was a lie. Don't you do it, because if you do, I'm gonna kill you. So instead of the practitioner doing that, she humbled herself, and she was smart enough, because she was old school, first of all. She took the time to look me up in her cards and on her table, however she did it, and she returned it to my aunt. So if my aunt falls dead, it's because she did it to herself. I know my uncle is going to die as well. He's already fallen down the steps and broken something. I have another uncle that's in Tulsa, Oklahoma. His name is Ben, and he already got one leg that's decapitated from his body due to the fact of him walking in the wrong direction when he was supposed to been doing what was right. He also volunteered to work maliciousness on me, and he does not love me as well. Let's see. No, I already did that. Okay. So my friend also, well, fake friend, the karmic, who was a false twin to me, had slept with a couple of my family members. My sister, a fake friend of mine who really wasn't a friend. He did it out of spite to try to hurt me, but what he didn't know is that I already knew that that person was promiscuous and untrustworthy. So he basically just fucked himself in the nicest way of me saying that, and I'ma fucking stay. You did it to yourself. Anyway, yeah, he prostitutes himself. He is gay for pay. He has a male lover. He is married. I also told him 3 years ago that the girl that he was chasing after was going to get pregnant with a boy, and it was not going to be his. The child was going to be born from another male. That's not him. It's just not him. She's a smut. So he did not believe me. So therefore, I know that he's going back and forth with her right now. But that's his poison. He picked it. I also know that my mom and them tried to poison me with spices, and my phone is getting ready to die. But I'm getting this out as much as I can. There was a time when I could not sleep because my mom was trying to project into my dream state to still see. She was trying to see what visions I was having and it was messing with my sleep. But now it's on her. She's having nightmares and anxiety. Nine of Swords. She's having cold sweat. She's in grief. She's in shame. She's in worry. She's in fear of her life, and she should be, because she is going straight to hell right along with her husband. They were working with my children's father to steal money, and I already knew. I already confronted him. They already threatened and told him to keep his mouth shut because they didn't he didn't want anything, and he didn't want anything to happen to me. But I already knew, because the divine already told me that he was codependent. He was not willing to change, and he was lying about everything. I confronted him about him being gay. Of course he lied, but that's fine. I never had a problem with gay people. Gay people are in my family. I live around gay people. I had a gay best friend. You know what I'm saying? I really don't care about your sexual preference. What I cared about is that you chose to lie when you didn't have to. We already agreed to not fuck with each other no more. You know, and I already said that I was standing my ground on that shit. I'm not about to sit up and share my bed with a whole pussy. I'm not gay. Okay? I'm in a dick. And the only dick that I want to sit on is the one that's meant for me to sit on. Holy dick, okay? Not just anybody. I'm very, very celibate and have been celibate for 3 years. And the lies that my family have put out about me being a promiscuous woman, everybody has a past. I was promiscuous in the past, but I was promiscuous with people that I was involved with. I wasn't going around just hopping from dick to dick to dick to dick to dick. You know what I'm saying? It was wrong. Wrong is wrong. There is no right way of saying it. Promiscuity is what it is. But if you choose not to be that way anymore, no one can actually make me feel bad or have leverage over me about my past, because I haven't been fucking anybody. I haven't even been doing anything with myself. I've been honing in every ounce of my energy to deal with you motherfuckers. So, again, I will be back to give more of a more clear exposure, and just letting everybody know, the collective, you are not by yourself. You can stand. You feel depressed, reject it. Do whatever you do to make you happy. Go for those walks, sit underneath a tree, drink you some tea, smoke you a blunt or two, sip your white wine, pray, meditate, do what you know, to do. You know, take your spiritual baths, do whatever you need to do in order for you to progress, to keep your vibrations high, so that you won't feel what they are projecting. The only reason why I can't feel it is because I'm stronger than them. And that's the truth. The divine already confirmed it. I have to have a whole family and people from down south and even overseas, okay, in Russia, some white chick I don't know nothing about is just hating on me because I'm gifted. But all these people for one person, that says so much. And guess what? I'm going to get even stronger, even the more. So that being said, collective, God bless you. You will overcome, you will succeed, and you will persevere. And I'm with you every step of the way.